Hello, Grandmaster Jerry Fastbeat Fontenay here. So, I've been working on this project. It's now December 2nd. The Unified Martial Arts Network, aka UMAN, was established in 2007. When I initiated it, it was because of Lee Island had a tournament, and I remember that they got rid of him, I believe, from Crane. And I wasn't happy about that. And at the time I was selling rec suits, real easy kicking suits, rec suits. And I was in contact with people from all over the world as clients. The champions were wearing my stuff, my crazy creation. And you see quite a few people, I should say businesses worldwide, still making copies of them, or their version of it. But I did it for the purpose of looking out for somebody who was a great man. Grandmaster Lee Edward Island, Stagger Lee, as we call him also, when he was a promoter for music. He's the reason I got back to competition. So I made sure that I gave him his just due respects at the first UMAN event. In addition to that, my first instructor, which the one I consider my real instructor, was Grandmaster Sang Soo Tiger Kim. And that was April 19th, 1976. Throughout the years, I've learned and trained with different people, never consistently in terms of having them be my instructor, but worked out with them quite a bit. And when I was younger, I would give them credit as being my instructor, so they can go, when I was competing, I wanted them to go argue for me, basically, that's what it was, because I was always in control of my own career. However, fast forward to today, I see a disrespect to the elders in the martial arts world. Now, I know they have a bunch of Hall of Fames and they have a bunch of other things that are kind of cool, but it doesn't show who they really are in terms of warriors. These guys were competitors, and girls too. For years, the spotlight has been on everyone else. That's exactly the truth. And it makes no sense to me that we support the kids, and again, we love kids. No question about it. That's going to be 80% of our students. But these are children of all ages. Who are the ones that really need martial arts? Is it the children, or is it the elders that have to deal with the children and are getting robbed and abused? The knockout game. That was a big thing. Drove my mother crazy. Rest in peace to Mom. But she wasn't going to have it. She was armed and ready to go. So what I'm saying is this. To me, martial arts is about getting home safe. How to make good decisions to get home safe. A martial arts tournament is supposed to be a facsimile of what would be pugilism, fighting, competing, or I should say striking. Now, tournaments are not consistent with a street fight, no question about it. However, there are ways to make it closer to what would be that. And that was the case back in the 70s and the 80s. Probably, but the golden era, the platinum era to me was 1975 to 1985. 86. I had 1 year to it. They were blitzing, faking, repositioning, angles, doing techniques that were freaking phenomenal, and they were also dangerous. They looked dangerous because they were dangerous. And many of you guys was who I'm talking about. Now, these OGs came to this tournament, to my tournament, because they literally do not have a place to go be themselves. They've watered down martial arts so much, and we have to make believe that that crap is good. And then we want them to compete. Hey, look at the little kids. Come on, I'm tired of that crap. If the kids compete and they look like little men and women, that's when it looks good. Not when they get hopping around like the Michelin Man with the headgear and the face mask. Why are they wearing face masks? And the mouthpiece too. Chest protector. Oh, we got to keep the kids safe. You know, my body's soft. My face is better now, but my body's soft, getting harder. because I hadn't got hit. These kids can't even play outside. They'll get hurt. They don't even play hurt. They don't even play. It's like, stop it. Life is rough. Life is rougher than ever, and anyway, I digress. Going back to the mission. Your guys are the pioneers and legends. You're the ones that predate NASCAR, NBL, UMAN, any freaking organization. But you don't get the respect. However, you don't respect yourself. So that creates a problem. I'm 30 pounds overweight easily, but I can still perform better than most. But I compete against myself. They just happen to be there. But I need your guys to please come out and play. Warriors, come out and play, because you're not living who you are. You're a martial arts warrior. This is not a fight. Tournament is not a fight, but it's closer to at least what would be being able to protect yourself. That's why the sweeps are in, the cartwheels in, and so on and so forth. But you guys have self-esteem issues because you've never been recognized. As an example, Justo Morales swept 3 people in one tournament. 3 people. Incredible. Scored on 2 of them. He shouldn't be doing that. He has injuries that are a list that he shouldn't be competing. He got injured in training for the tournament. So what does that mean to me? One of my heroes. Justo, one of my heroes. Why? No excuses. Went out there, did your thing. I love it. Now we had Rocky Rivera. 2 strokes this year. No excuses. Still competed. And did well. And of course, Golden Feet himself, Kurt Holloway, 4th stage cancer. Grand champion runner-up. No excuses. My heroes, because they're doing it. Not talking about yesteryear only. I love to be historical or nostalgic. I put pictures and videos for years. Inspired by Billy Beatson. He's the one that told me, hey, why don't you put some of these stuff up? And he was doing the videos. There's no question about it. And then he puts up these recently, all these videos, and he makes them use the AI where they move. Cool stuff, all great stuff. But I would love to have him at a tournament. At least come and spectate. Come on. We love you there. And even more importantly, imagine him teaching a sweeping seminar. Come on, now. These are the tools or skills that we can share with each other. The Unified Martial Arts Network is not a style, it's not a federation, association, none of that stuff. It's collective people of similar mind trying to stay alive longer, enjoy ourselves, and get home safe. Now, I add some entertainment or marketing. My job as a promoter is to promote the individuals, not to promote what would be the tournament. So, as crazy as it sounds, for the last 3 hours, I've been working on this. And please, listen if you hear your name. And if for some reason I missed your name, let me know, because I'm going to put the list of all the people's names too. But listen to this. 2.5 minutes.
Roll call of the UMAN OG Masters. The UMAN OG League is back. The sequel hits the floor February 28, 2026. Knocking on your door in the Boogie Down Bronx. LPAC sets the stage. For Grandmaster Jerry Fast Feet Fontanez, turning a new page. This is for ages 30 and up only. Hear the legend ring. It's the Fountain of Youth National Tour. Now watch the master sing. Remember the first event, the energy was high. From California to Florida, watching champion fly. Shout out Supreme, Grandmaster Sang Soo, Tiger, can we honor the name and pay respects to Wildcat Molina, memorializing the fame. We saw Toki Hill and Joyce, Santa Maria stepping in with pride. Derek Williams and Marty Eubanks, nowhere left to hide. O'Bannon, Spider Rodriguez, William Mallory taking the stand. Felix Vasquez, Abdulaziz, the best throughout the land. Luis Ruiz, Jonas Nunez, Jesse Harris filling the mic. Rodney Noble's Kuiper ready for the fight. Marvelous Mark Farmer, Tommy Chin, Alberto Pena, the legends are deep. And Jose Jordan took the floor while all the young lions sleep. We got 3,500 cash total, 7 grand championships on the line. Ages 30 and above, only stepping out to shine. UMAN OG League, hear the name sound off, clear and true. The masters are rising. It's now time for you. Let the fullest Hit you hard like a master's heavy strike. Roll Ortiz, Rachel, Rocky, Rivera, Tracy Seymour, they look alike. Willing it all, cool, Willie, Jerry Ray, bringing the speed. Javon Holmes, Reagan, J. Torres, playing the seed. GJ Torres, Chanel with a 3. David Melendez in his own. Anthony Cruz, Andy Cole, Angelica Ramos on the throne. Tony Coach, TNT, Torres, Franklin Rodriguez, and never missing a beat. Joey just Marcos Martinez, feeling the heat. Tyrone Randall, Fabian Mendes, Milton Keyless, making it real. Tony Baker, Ferrell Gibbs, Charles Wilson, how they feel. Melvin Bennett, Jetta Queen, Shayhan Mimi, Tice, Epley, Bobby Harris, battling through the gates. Greg T. Mary, Trent Norman, Steve the Rock, Cats, firm and defined. Burt, Reggie McGee, leaving the others behind. Aaron Wilson, Greg Galloway, Sam McGee, Masters of the Ark, Khalif Ali, John O'Leary, playing their part. Frankie Calderon, Mighty Joe Rivera, Mike Malera, Fierce, then Eric White, one of the Tiger Kim twins, Robert Attention Pierces, El Fahim Mohammed, Justin Morales, Holloway, running a run, go to feet grind, Kevin Thomas, this battle is not done. Dominic Thomas, Daco, T. Greg Libb, setting the pace. Tony Arnold, Damon, leaving no trace. Kenneth, Louis Salas, Brad Rodriguez with skill they invest. Jeffrey Atwood, one of the KA twins, putting it to the test. We recognize the champions, the names engraved in stone. Jose Tito Iglesias, the grand champion. Fighting in forms in the 40 to 50 zone. Derek Williams claim grand champion form. 60 plus and Marty Eubanks. Captured the man's grand champion. 60 plus fighting. Champion we can trust. Lock it in, lock it in, lock it in, lock it in, lock it in. Competitive VIP for 100 rounds. Lock it in, lock it in, lock it in, lock it in, lock it in. Max, there is our time. Lock it in, lock it in. Lock it in. UMAN OG League. The legends are signed. From the Bronx to the world, the record is set. Come write your name in history. We're waiting. Don't forget.
Okay, so that's what I'm talking about. Why would I take 3 hours to put together a list of people who came to an event? Because I care and I appreciate it. I bow and I salute you. I thank you. I'm a fan of martial arts 99% of the time. I'm not competing, I'm spectating. But I can't spectate and enjoy myself any longer. So I love to see those throwback videos and just the conversations. My God, there's a photo of Billy Beaston training in working out. He had shorts on, he's in the beach. He's out there in Venice Beach and he sparred with all types of people and the whole crowd came about. I wish I had that on video. Then there's also some photos of him and I competing. By the way, I'm one of Billy Beaston's fans because that guy there, Capricorn power for real. But I've seen him sweep all types of people. Thank God he never swept me. I was so scared of that. I couldn't kick him. I had to use my hands because that guy freaking fast. Oh my God, strong. Thank God he was a tall midget. Because if he was 6 inches taller, oh my God. I don't know. Well, imagine him 6 feet. Sometimes I think about little K.A., rest in peace, and Adrian Muniz, rest in peace, and Billy Beaston. If they were 6 feet, oh my God, we would be in trouble. Anyway, I digress. Why? I'm excited, guys. I'm really honestly excited. I had 16 people pre-register for the tournament. Just try to hook people up. And then now the registration is $75 for 2 events for the whole month. Last time I made a mistake, I really wanted to hook people up and I cut my own throat. I did. Financially, that is. But so what? I didn't die. Thank God that I have a new business and Super Patch has really made a world of a difference. And for those of you who think it's full of crap, buy it. It comes with 100% money back guarantee. So you can always send it back if it doesn't work. But it actually does. Incredible. I guess that was a public service announcement, commercial, right? No, but the truth of the matter is that in that song, I mentioned a whole bunch of people. But now, as I'm listening to it now, 3 people popped up that I didn't even realize I don't have in the song. Actually, 4 people. One was my student Alicia Jameson. She's not in the song, so I got to add her. Also, C.J. Rivera. He's not in the song. I got to add him. And even though he didn't compete, the Sonny Williams was also there too, so I got to add him. So even though I have about, and I'm going to put the names of all the people that I did put on. In other words, I'm going to put the lyrics. If I missed you, I apologize. That's not my intentions. But why would I even care to put you in the song? Nobody put me in the song. Nobody ever promoted me. No. The greatest martial arts promoter of all time was Great Grandmaster Aaron Banks. He didn't promote me, but he used me and other people to promote his event. And that's how I was on national television. Live with Regis at the time. So Banks used to use people as the models. That's what we'll be doing. You're going to start seeing, like the photo above, that photo will be replaced, and it'll be one of the champions or one of the competitors. Why? You are part of our network. Not style, not federation. And they say that your net worth depends on your network. So I'm going to reach out to more people. And I know that sometimes I drive people crazy, and that's okay. I drive myself crazy because I see the real, true potential of things. That's why I'm always branding. I can't help it, guys. I love martial arts, and because of that, when it's done like a freaking welfare, in other words, low standards, I get embarrassed. That people always want to reinvent the wheel. I should say that. If you're being innovative, that's fine. But let's go back to the future. Because we're already in Madison Square Garden. We're already on ESPN TV, CBS, ABC, NBC. And it wasn't just kickboxing. So what was it that was done then as compared to now? And those of you who've been around for 30 years, it seems like it's a long time. But no, my son's 42. There's people that precede you, that still have your energy, that can still kick you in the face. And I got to say it like that because the performance is the most important part. Have your guys, yeah, you were great, but you're freaking pregnant. One of the famous words of one time that Billy Beeson said to me, you look like a fat woman. Come on, man, cut the crap. Let's get this thing going. I have tournaments for you, and I'll go nationwide with this. $3,500. I don't have to do that, but why am I doing that? Because I care, okay? Your guys deserve to get freaking paid when you do your stuff. Not a freaking trophy or medal. Yes, we'll give you that in addition too. And all that stuff, I did it. And I will continue to do it. But more importantly, your victory is getting off your assets. Get off your assets. And don't let these people, oh, you're too old for that, Dad, or Grandpa, ha ha ha. Man, every time I hear something like that, that sounds, you heard of child abuse? Well, how about senior abuse or elder abuse? And we've seen it, but I'm saying in that point. I love my kids, but they don't give a fuck about me. Not really. They're selfish. They want to take care of themselves. And they can. And they can. And I'm going to say this. For those of you who might be confused, the most important person in your life is not your children. Can they get married and leave? Or they just leave? It's not your parents, because they pass away. It's your significant other. And if you're married, that means your wife or your husband. And if you don't have one, find one of similar mind, because that means you're lonely too. It took me many years. I have someone that I dearly love. And that's why I'm not at some events, guys. Recently, there was an event with Derek Williams. I would love to have been there. But my lady is a sick lady. And recently, even when I went over to an award with... It was, I'm going blank. It was in Manhattan. I'm going, oh my God, he even came and competed in the tournament. I got to add him to the, Ernest Hyman III had an event, and my lady ended up having a seizure there and walking away, and I couldn't find her for like 20 minutes. And the place wasn't that big. I mean, it was big enough. But my point is that I have not been able to do things that I want to do because of my responsibility to my mother and also to my lady. So I do most of my work from home. And thank God I'm able to do that. But my point is that all of us have gone through challenges, and all of us try to make the most out of things. And I'm just saying that working together sometimes makes sense. I'm put out the platform. I'm lay out the operation. You know, the Unified Martial Arts Network, again, goes back to 2007. The first thing that we did, it was Garth Benz, myself, and Chris Colombo. And the first thing we did was We Mean Business seminars. And I'm going to bring those seminars back, meaning I have those videos, so people understand the format. The idea is to work in conjunction with. Now, are we going to have children competing at tournaments? Yes, absolutely. But that's called the UMAN Junior League, 17 and below. And people asking me, well, how about the 18 to 29? No. Why? There's enough places for them to go compete. And to be honest with you, that market is the worst market because they're the prima donnas. And God bless them, but the truth of the matter is that that's like playing basketball with no hoop. And it's not their fault. It's the leadership, the lazy freaking elders. You know, not my friends, but people that are associates, acquaintance. They gave up the farm, and freaking what a mess that we have. And then people honestly think that stuff looks good. So I'm like, am I crazy? I'm like, what the hell is that crap? But instead of complaining about it, that's why I put my money in my mouth, so to speak. $3,500 for competitors 30 and above. Why would you do that? You don't have to do that. I know I don't have to, but they deserve it. And more importantly, that's nothing. That's because we're self-contained right now, sponsored. So if you guys have ideas and want to do even sponsorship or what have you, let's have a conversation. But it drives me crazy too, like at the same time. There's people right now that are listening to this who have resources, but you haven't had a good reason to be able to do a joint venture with any martial artists because these guys don't understand the basis of economics or even finance. I get it. However, that's not everybody. And to the multimillionaire friends of mine, some that I actually mentored to become that, please share your expertise and participate with us. And I'm not talking about the kids. I'm talking about the elders. And then we'll get to the kids, and then we'll reset this entire thing, which is the intentions. I'm not trying to exclude anybody, but we have to do first things first, and first things first are the elders. They're the ones that count.
Hi, everyone! Twinnies!
And our children, of course. I love my children and grandchildren too, guys, but you understand what I mean. Went off on a tangent. I apologize if I offended anybody, but the fact of the matter is that I care about us. So yeah, for years, the spotlight's been on the children. And you know what's crazy about it? They don't even let us be in the nighttime finals under the stage. Can't be on the stage unless you're a judge. 30 plus, they allow 30 euros, they allow another 40. We precede NASCAR, NBL, and every tournament, and every circuit. And they don't respect us. But here, I respect us. Us, one. Thank you for watching. Rewind this. I know I got excited because this is important to me. And you can do so much better, and we can help. You guys have passion. You guys have expertise. You may have injuries. You may have challenges, but we can work through that. Nobody can be worse than fourth-stage cancer who competed. Nobody can be worse than 2 strokes this year, and she competed. And everybody else who has a long list of excuses. Come on, cut the crap. You guys, you could be 70 and be the youngest person in that division. 75 and the youngest person in that division. Again, 65 years old was the average age. 85 was the oldest. 35 was the youngest. Can't make it up. 15 states that were represented. And people that haven't competed in 40 plus years, like Marvelous and Marv Farmer, who's coming to the next tournament again. And most people who I've spoken to, as long as they logistically can make it on the 28th, they've already made a commitment verbally. But I highly suggest you guys make a commitment financially with the discount, only because it'll make things run smoother. However, this has been long enough already. I appreciate you watching. I bow and I salute you. And that song, Rewind, the song mentions so many people's names. As a matter of fact, I'm going to turn around and end it with what would be some of the song. Because, man, maybe the whole song. Jesus. If you hear your name, let me know.
Roll call of the UMAN OG Masters.
Here we
The
go
UMAN
again.
OG League is back. The sequel hits the floor February 28th.
February 28th, come on.
2026. Knocking on your door in the Boogie Down Bronx.
3 months.
LPAC sets the stage.
Back in the Boogie Down Bronx.
Master Jerry Fast Feet Fontanez turning a new page. This is for ages 30 and up only. Hear the legend ring. It's the Fountain of Youth National Tour.
Hey, Billy, remember when you had your glasses after winning grand?
Remember the first event, the energy was high. From California to Florida, watching champion fly. Shout out Supreme, Grandmaster Sang Sue, Tiger, can we honor the name and pay respects to Wildcat Molina, memorializing the fame. We saw Toby Hill and Joyce, Santa Maria stepping in with pride. Derek Williams and Marty Eubanks, nowhere left to hide. O'Bannon, Spider Rodriguez, William Mallory taking the stand. Felix Vasquez, Abdulaziz, the best throughout the land. Luis Ruiz, Jonas Dinez, Jesse Harris filling the mic. Rodney Noble's Kuiper ready for the fight. Marvelous, Mark Farmer, Tommy Chin, Alberto Pena, the legends are deep. And Jose Jordan took the floor while all the young lions sleep. We got 3 thighs on the cash total, 7 grand championships on the line. Ages 30 and above, only stepping out to shine. You man OG League, hear the name sound off, clear and true.
Honey, I think you drew on me.
The masters are rising. It's now time for for you. Let the fullest hit you hard like a master's heavy strike. Roll Ortiz, Rachel, Rocky, Rivera, Tracy Seymour, they look alike. Willing it all, Cool, Willie, Jerry, Ray, bringing the speed. Javon Holmes, Reagan, J. Torres, playing the speed. GJ Torres, you know with the three. David Melendez in the zone. Anthony Cruz, Andy Cole, Angelica Ramos on the throne. Tony Coach, TNT, Torres, Franklin Rodriguez, and never missing a beat. Joey just Marcus Martinez, feeling the heat. Tyrone Randall, Fabian Mendes, Milton Keyless, making it real. Tony Baker, Thurman Gibbs, Charles Wilson, how they feel. Melvin Bennett, Jetta Queen, Shayhan Mimi, Tice, Ebony, Bobby Harris, battling through the gates. Greg T. Mary, Trent Norman, Steve the Rock, Cats, Firmin Define, Burt, Reggie McGee, leaving the others behind. Aaron Wilson, Greg Galloway, Sam McGee, Masters of the Arc, Khalifa Ali, John O'Leary, playing their part. Frankie Calderon, Mighty Joe Rivera, Mike Malero, Fierce, then Eric White, one of the Tiger Kim twins, Robert Attention, Pierces, Yo Fahim Mohammed, Just Morales, or Holloway, running a run, go to be Brian, Kevin Thomas, this battle is not done. Dominic Thomas, Sadako, T. Greg Gibb, setting the pace. Tony Arnold, Damon, leaving no trace. Kenneth, Louis Salas, Brad Rodriguez, with skill they invest. Jeffrey Atwood, one of the KA twins, putting it to the test. We recognize the champions, the names engraved in stone. Jose Tito,
I'm gonna end it right here.
fighting in forms in the 40 to 50 zone. Derek Williams playing grand champion form. 60 plus and Marty Eubanks. Capture the man's grand champion. 60 plus fighting. A champion we can trust.
Oh my God. So yeah, guys, if you rewind this, I went over a lot of specifics. When it comes down to it, I'm just a martial arts fan that would like to see people from the past perform at whatever level they can, because I know they want to. It's embarrassing when you can't do the things that you used to. And yes, the truth is that most of us are 20 or 30 pounds overweight, maybe in better shape than the average person, but we're not the average person. We're black belts. And we have a duty to lead by example. And I think that worst case scenario, we're allowed to have some fun. And on that note, AB, see ya, God bless.